All right, let's see you all try it from the top. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, that's it, Isha. Keep those arms up. Oh no, if I'll remember to turn. Good job. And just start in 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Yes! Amazing job, everyone! Absolutely no mistakes. I am so proud of you all. I knew you could get it. Of course, you're all ready for the performance in 2 weeks. Now remember, you know you can do it. I know you can do it. But if on the day there are mistakes, what do? Act like it was meant to happen and keep going. Exactly. Now, I did want to do this through one more time, but our hour is up. However, I expect you all to practice at home this weekend so that when I see you on Monday, we're ready to nail it completely. When you do it enough times, it builds confidence. Yes, Rohan? Yes, you will. Remember when you all started with me 2 months ago? None of you knew anything about Bharatanatyam, and you thought you'd never be able to get through the mudras. Now look at you all. You're in sync, and if I ask you to move your hands into Ala Padma, you will. See? The prettiest lotus fingers around. You've all worked hard and practiced and learned so much. And you've had fun, right? Exactly. Which is why I said it's okay if you make mistakes on stage. Because it is. We'll have rehearsals closer to the time on the actual stage, but it's a different setting and there will be people there. So I definitely get the nerves and the worry. Don't tell anyone this, but when I was your age, I did a dance performance where the music cut out in the middle of the performance. We were all so scared and we had no idea what to do. You know what my dance teacher did? There were live tablas and sitar players for another performance, and she managed to signal to them to play instead of the music playing, and then she did the vocals so that we could pick up where we left off. And no one was upset. Everyone loved it. It was a proper Mean Girls moment. Yes, I know what Mean Girls is. So believe me when I say that if there are mistakes or the music cuts out or there's a costume issue, we will handle it all. We got this, right? Oh, come on. We can do better than that. We got this, right? There we go. All right. Namaskars, everyone. Thank the Guru, the gods, the ground, and the guests. Excellent work today, team. Have some water, and I'll see you all on Monday. Finally, we got there. And that's a wrap on my classes for the week. So, where did you come from? Right. Well, in any case, welcome to my studio. I'm sorry, you must have me confused for Hunter. To what do I owe this intrusion? Influence? I am a dance instructor. I live a quiet life, I don't date anyone, and I certainly don't use my powers anymore. I bring harm to none. Can you say the same? If you had bothered to do your research, Hunter, you would have seen that I don't have so much as a parking ticket. It doesn't matter how long I live. I have never sought to hurt anyone, and I don't intend to start now. My powers aren't even offensive, anyways. Oh, please. Being able to hypnotize someone when I really make an effort while I dance is completely different from being able to shoot fireballs or super strength. Do I look like an X-Men to you? Contrary to popular belief, just because I'm centuries old doesn't mean I don't watch movies or keep up with modern technology. I even have a smartphone. I know, revolutionary, right? Hunter, I'm an Apsara, a celestial dancer. The only thing remarkable about me by human standards is that I'm immortal. My being able to captivate people using dance is no different than any modern day dancer. My being pretty is genetics, nothing more. Immortality aside, there is nothing special about me. Right now, like any other modern woman, I want to go home, have a bath, a glass of wine, and turn on Netflix to binge watch Queer Eye or Bridgerton, okay? Feel free to follow me if you want. I have nothing to hide. I'm locking up. You want to sleep here? Be my guest. That's what I thought. After you. What? What car? Uh, Hunter, are you new at your job? Because any hunter worth their salt would have investigated their marks before approaching them. I don't own a vehicle. I walk or take public transit everywhere, occasionally Uber. Because owning a car or living in an apartment alone, life is just way too expensive, and I run my own business as a dance instructor. I have to cut on costs somewhere, and roommates notice when you don't age. So I gave up the car. I live 20 minutes away. It's not that bad. The kind that has no offensive powers, you absolute douche canoe. Do you just tune anything out that doesn't conform to your stupid little theories? Just because I'm not entirely human doesn't make me a monster. Other than live forever, a power that can be taken away anytime I displease the gods, dancing is all I have. I'm an Apsara, a Devdasi, and a guru. That's a celestial dancer, a dancer devoted to the gods, and a teacher for those uneducated in Sanskrit. That is my offensive power. I'm sorry, water fairies? First of all, we're not fae folk. We're descended from actual primordial gods, water and earth mainly. Second, we are descended from water deities. It doesn't mean we control water, we just happen to move like water when we dance. All I can do is the equivalent of using a low level dazzling on people. And the only reason it's effective in any way is because it's all I can do. I'm basically a dancing magic harp in a pretty humanoid skin suit, not fucking Kilgrave. Well, I figured a Pokemon and Marvel analogy would work, given the Pokeball watch and the Captain America belt buckle. Hunter, I've been alive for literal millennia. Believe me when I say, all you've done is given me a reason to have an extra glass of wine with dinner tonight. Excuse me. Are you usually this annoying? Or is this special treatment just for me? Because if it is, I'd really prefer if you didn't think of me at all. Are you gonna go after a leprechaun next? Maybe a yeti? Any other mythological creatures who are just minding their business and want to be left the hell alone? Hunter, read my lips, okay? I don't need to feed on people. I don't need emotions or blood or plasma or whatever you think. You know what I eat? Meat, veggies, carbs, and chocolate. You know, normal food. Ugh, for the love of every god in the pantheon, Hunter, we haven't needed to manipulate people with our dances since the invention of the fucking wheel. Nor am I reporting back to any god or demigod or demon or whatever the fuck. Someday, you know who I answer to? Me, myself, and I. As long as I don't go against the gods, they pretty much leave me alone. They've been told to stay away from humanity because you're the free will experiment. I haven't had a communication from any of the gods in over 3 centuries. Quite frankly, if I never hear from Indra again, I'd be okay with that. Because he's basically Zeus, king of the gods, controls lightning, total fuckboy. It's not going against them if I'm telling the truth. It's an observation, not mutiny. Hunter, Google is free. Why don't you hit up a library or coffee shop and let me go on my merry way? A dance gesture. You want to learn? Do you mean the hand movements? They're called mudras, Hunter. Okay, sure, fine. Raise your hand like mine. Yes, right in front of you and make a fist, like you're punching someone. Great. Now, don't let your arm drop even a millimeter. You have to keep your arm parallel to the ground and at shoulder level, completely straight. Perfect. Okay, now you're going to rotate your fist and arm while keeping it at that level. Yeah, forearm facing out. Yep, just keep mirroring me. Now, one last thing. Yeah, it's called gata gata. It's the closest Sanskrit word I can think of for flipping the bird. So take a hint and evaporate, okay? Why am I eager to get rid of you? Frankly, because I've never met anyone so presumptuous and egotistical with absolutely none of the knowledge or strength to back it up. It's giving mediocre white man energy, and I deal with enough of those when handling the banking and business side of my studio. Sorry, not sorry. And the next time you want to swing by, call the studio and make an appointment with my receptionist. I'll make sure she knows to put you on the calendar at 9:15 a.m. at the end of days. Sound good? Great! I'd say it was a pleasure, but I don't like to lie. Bye. Excuse me. Can you just. Okay, stand still and I'll just. Hey! Excuse you, take your hands off me. No, I don't have an offensive power, but I do have this. I've been alive for millennia, jackass. Do you honestly think I wouldn't know how to defend myself, even without a weapon? Word of the wise, you put your fucking hands on me again, I will rip them off and feed them to you finger by finger. And I'm immortal, so I have all the time in the world. Do we understand each other? I said, do we understand each other? Grand! Better get some ice on that shiner. It's gonna bruise like a bitch. Ugh, what, Hunter? Are you finally gonna stop dancing around what you actually came here for? You, I only ever told my true name to one person. How would you? It's not possible.